I had this mindset. I just developed this mindset of that the strongest, fittest, whatever, in the animal kingdom, the big lion gets the lionesses and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Like that just, I don't know what it was that triggered that, but that just got ingrained and stuck in my head. So then I was like, hey, if I want to get girls, I need to do this. Because at that point, I've never had a girlfriend, never had any interest or sign of interest. I was socially awkward. Mm-hmm. So I just go to the gym or just go downstairs and work out. And then I finally moved out and then got a gym membership finally at like 19 years old or whatever. And I just do stuff. I didn't even know what I was doing. And it helped. But like I ended up finally getting a girlfriend at like 18 finally.
And you're like, this, I told you.
Yeah, I told you it worked. And then, it just progressed. But like, it's still that whole like mindset just stuck with me. I can't get rid of it. Mm-hmm. And it turns out that like, as I get older or whatever, and actually try to get rid of my social awkwardness, that has nothing to do with like getting girls or anything like that. Like, it doesn't matter. It's all like personality and like doing good for yourself and all these different types of factors that come into play. Nobody gives a shit if you're in shape or whatever. Though. I mean, it's like a peacock theory.
I don't think that's true. I do think that there are good-looking ladies that only look at that first, and then if you have a personality,
you want to be with for a long term,
right? Well, I mean, it depends. If you're super vain and you want a person who's super vain, and you guys can just be vain and run the world that way, I think that's probably a good match. I do think. What the fuck was that?
There's an animal out there.
Oh, I think that you have to be in good enough shape. Like, you know what I mean?
It's like top level kind of thing.
I think it's like with money.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like just not be a pig kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that you have to be athletic enough, like athletic looking enough, just because people are attracted to that evolutionarily. People that are in shape-ish have less likelihood for like diseases, and they make
you should take care of yourself.
They make good babies and blah blah blah. So there's that like internal drive. I think it's like with money, where you have to have enough to live a fulfilled life, but after you reach a certain point, then there's like no reason to really get a whole lot more. Mm-hmm. So like they say previously that like $75,000 a year is like the mean. I think it's probably closer depending on where you live, but like I think here like $120,000 a year probably
is like comfortable.
That's like you're
for
not
household.
No, for you.
Oh,
just for individual.
Yeah, I mean a household maybe, but I mean the way we live, no. Where?
So you're talking like nice car or?
I'm talking car, like Darren and I, not necessarily you.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you like the kind of shit that Darren and I are kind of like drawn to. Like, I would like to go on like 4 or 5 all-inclusive vacations a year, and I would like
to do that.
I would like to spend once a month spend $300 on shoes or clothes, and you don't. Like,
I wouldn't
give a
spend
fuck
on
about
shoes
none
or
of that.
clothes.
But so you can kind of see where I'm going, where like for us those are all like little things or whatever. So once you get to like that point in money, it's whatever. It's all just victory. And once you make $100,000, $120,000 a year, you have enough money to do whatever you want with your girl, and be fulfilling in that regard. Mm-hmm. And then after that, it's just really important that you have like a good personality, and you understand how to communicate with people.
That's true.
And you're driven enough. I think being driven enough in something is like super important.
That's huge to have a actual goal outside of just working, and that's appealing for sure. It's like to actually like have a place where you're trying to get to, and that's what I like to find in someone too, is like I love when you can share something with someone. You can watch someone else's progress and stuff, and watch them accomplish their goals instead of you're just like. You just don't want to grind the day away. Every single day is the same thing, work.
I feel bad for people who I know a lot of people that are like, thank God it's Friday and thank God it's Monday.
That's a horrible way to live.
I'm like,
horrible way.
Can't relate.
You have to enjoy your job.
I'm like, I can't relate. Well, we don't necessarily like fuck. Yes, I can't wait to be at work, and we all do the exact same thing. Yeah. But we don't go to work and go, fuck, I I can't believe I'm here.
Right. Like, yeah, like you're just like trying to get to that clocking out spot, and then you're like, oh, finally. Yeah. And then like, but most of the people there just, go home, drink a 6-pack, and then
they're excited for the weekend.
Then they wake up the next day.
I cannot tell you why people do that at our job. It's the coolest place I've ever worked.
Right.
Like if you just sit back and
so
go,
horrible.
This is a fucking cool place.
Why are you complaining?
Yeah, like I have no idea.
People
but like,
quit.
I think that the divide is that people think that they have to have the same goals or they have to have a goals together, and like I have this goal and you should have a similar one, and that's how we become happy. I think that the only thing, so this is just super me, but I don't want to save somebody. You know what I mean? I don't want your entertainment to come from me. I don't want your financial stability to come from me. I don't want your happiness to come from me. I want you to be happy and fulfilled,
doing
and driven,
what you want to do,
doing your shit.
Right.
And then we meet in the middle and talk about our day. That's like my ideal shit. So that's why I'm like so lucky, because like I purposefully went into, the last few relationships looking for that. And as soon as I realized that it didn't occur, then it was gone. And then like, this isn't going to work. You're a great person, but I'm kicking rocks, until I found, who I'm with now, who's just like super driven and, super awesome. Mm-hmm. And we just come home and she just talks forever about her day. And I like sit there and listen. And I learn so much about like what makes her happy and, what's driving her. And then she's like, what happened with you? And I'm like, oh, I did this and this. And she's like, I would be so stoked if some shit like that happened. And I'm like, I'm just not like a braggadocious kind of dude. So I'm like, oh yeah, so I got my business licenses today. She's like, what? Why didn't you tell me? And I'm like, I don't know. It was fucking
just a day.
I don't know. I just paid for them and then they came. Like, it wasn't that big a deal.
Big deal.
Like, I just applied and that happened,
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. That you need your separate goals, and then you need your combined what you both want out of life kind of thing.
I think the separate goals are like super important.
Well, yeah, you have to be able to go do your own thing.
Yeah.
And not like rely on someone else to, like you said, be happy and entertain you. Because that person might have their own goals, and then they want to go do them, and then you're like, wait, where are you going?
Yeah. Oh god.
They're just so bad. Nipping on your heels. Mm-hmm. You don't want that. You don't want that for them.
Well, let me ask you. So if your wife became like wildly more successful than you, would that bother you?
No, not at all.
Really?
No.
That's awesome.
As long as she was doing what she liked to do, I don't care. Knock yourself out.
That's awesome. That's not true for a lot of people.
Well, it wouldn't bother me.
I'm like, my girlfriend's way smarter than me, and she's way more successful than me. And I'm like, keep doing your fucking thing. Like, kill it, Yeah. But there's a lot of people that's like, I'm the fucking head of this household. I should be doing all this stuff. And like when they see like their significant others start to gather like a little bit of, success.
Traction on what they're doing.
A little bit of success, then they're just, they're unhappy.
That should motivate you to do something.
Right. But
not just sit there and go, I can't believe they're more successful than me. Go do something.
Right. I agree. But a lot of times people don't think of things as like, if I'm not successful, it's my fault and I should fix it. A lot of people take external factors and, tend to blame it.
Yeah. Come up with excuses kind of type
or
of
like
thing.
She's just doing good because I'm over here taking care of the kids when she's over here trying to work, and that's fucking bullshit. If she was watching the kids as much as I am, then I would be more successful than her, and then they get all pissed off, or vice versa.
And that's where
and then that's when it all goes off the fucking rails.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't you just be happy? Like, the more successful she is, the better chance you have to have like a fucking in-house nanny, and then you can go do your own shit.
Yeah. I agree.
Or like have a simple conversation with your significant other and go, I feel like my dreams are being put on hold. How do we fix this?
Yeah. It's pretty much that easy.
No one does. Like, so many things can just be fixed easy with the conversation.
Yeah. You don't need to
you don't need to fight.
You don't need to fight. Just or don't even talk about it and let it build up till it just explodes into this something that doesn't even need to happen. Well, then it ends up being like, well, why didn't you say something?
Yeah.
And then you're like, God, you're such a jerk.
You're like, well,
you're supposed to get mad.
I wanted you to know without me telling you. That shit ain't gonna work with me. I don't know anything.